everyone. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Web Development Made Easy, one of the workshops being organized by Course for Children Limited. You're welcome this lovely afternoon. This is first of two sessions, and my name is Titi Omole, and I just want to say it's a pleasure to see you on this workshop this afternoon. Before we start, I just want to talk us through a little bit. I think that would be about us, or would it be the ground rule? Yeah, about us. Our company, Course for Children Limited, we're not for profit. And what we do is we empower young people like yourself with skills, life skills that you need to continue to thrive in your journey in life. We believe this is one of such that no one can take this away from you. And beautiful thing is that we give it to you for free. We also have True Little Hero Awards, an award ceremony where we recognize young people for their efforts and achievements, what they're doing. If you know of any young person that is doing beautifully, you want to recognize them, you want to say, well done. We're going to open our nomination line in August, 1st of August, and then then the award ceremony is going to be sometime towards the end of the year, but nomination would open in August. So don't forget, that's truelittlehero.com. But if you want to see some of our past workshops that we've delivered, we've done a lot of workshops. A lot of you have been with us for over 3 years now. If you go to our website, www.courseforchildren.co.uk, yes, you'll find some of our workshops there. And we are also on YouTube. You could go to our YouTube channel and you'll find out more from us. Yeah, a little bit about ground rules. So please mute your microphone. That's how it works. So, and this is so that we all can enjoy ourselves. We don't want anyone chatting in the background and then it becomes disruptive. If you want to participate, if you have a question, put it in the chat box. The facilitator will see it and they can either answer you straight away or call your name, ask you to unmute yourself. Once you've asked your question, please mute yourself back again. We're recording, so if you don't want to be seen, please switch off your camera. But what we're asking is that you participate. We always reward active participation. This particular workshop is about doing things. So we want you to participate, listen, watch, and do as well, and ask questions. Opportunity for you to ask questions, please do so. And we ask that you be polite in the way we communicate. This is a lovely community we have here. If anyone answered question, just encourage them, put a nice word in the chat for them, just make them feel good. So that's what we're all about today. So enough about us and straight on to what we're going to do today. And I will be leaving you in the hands of your facilitator, that's Rodney Johnson, to introduce himself and take the workshop forward from here. Over to you, Rodney.
Oh, thank you so much, Titi. Firstly, lovely to meet everyone here. It will be good to, if you can, to have the cameras on so we can see all the lovely faces. As Titi mentioned, we do want to make this as interactive and fun as possible. All right, here we go. Some really lovely faces. Everyone's eating some food, which is good. So I'll introduce myself very quickly. So my name is Rodney Johnson, and I'll be your facilitator today for Web Development Made Easy. Now, this is a very cool course because I wish that I knew web development when I was your age. I'm assuming everyone is between the ages of 12 and 18, or maybe 11 and 18. Which I think is a perfect age to learn, right? So whether you're in year 7, year 8, year 9, all the way to year 11, it's a perfect way to learn. And I wish when I was younger that I had been able to join such a course made by Course for Children, because technology is the way forward, right? Everyone has a mobile phone or has used a mobile phone before. Everyone has gone on to like a cool website, right? So you got to ask yourself, how has these websites been built in the first place? You know, who built it? And you've probably never thought to yourself, but can you build something like this? You know, how easy is it? How difficult is it? Well, today I'm going to provide a bit more insight around that. And just a bit of information about me. So I went to school a long time ago now. I'm 28. I went to school in Peckham, St. Thomas the Apostle, and I went to university afterwards, went to Southampton University. I studied economics. I did all your basic GCSEs and A levels and did quite well. So after university, I went to start my own business, essentially. And I've built two really cool businesses, and they've all been around technology, and it's all been around having a website. But it's really difficult to build a website sometimes because it can be very expensive. It can be very technical, which will make your mind explode. But I found like a really cool way to do so, which I'll showcase you today. And most recently, I'm also a software developer. So that means I actually build websites for a living. And unfortunately, I am an Arsenal fan. I don't know if are there any other Arsenal fans in the room? Joan, are you an Arsenal fan? A little bit. I'll take that as a yes. How about yourself, Ayo? Are you an Arsenal fan? Manchester?
I don't watch football that much.
Okay. Well, that's smart because you probably won't be as stressed as some of us. So anyways, so just to jump into it, perhaps you all can share a bit more information on the chat. Oh, Olu, thank you. Up the Gunners, thank you. So before we start, it'll be good to know maybe if everyone can just write their name on the chat. Let's like make sure everyone is able to use Zoom quite well. So maybe just write your name and your age, how old you are, and do you think that building a website is easy? Okay, fantastic. G1, lovely to meet you. Malachi, lovely to meet you. Ah, fantastic. Nice. A lot of really nice people here. Fantastic. Yeah, keep that coming. Again, this is very interactive, so please feel this is a safe space for you to unmute yourself when you want to say something or to have your camera on and be interactive because we want it to be fun. So thank you very much to everyone who got involved. Now, what are we doing here? Why is everyone here on a Saturday afternoon? Well, what we're going to be doing today is actually building a website. So it's going to be split into 2 sessions. So this week is session 1 and next week is session 2. Now in session 1 today, we're going to spend time understanding what type of business would you even like to create? You know, how do you even figure out what's the best name for your business that describes what you're doing? And where can you look for inspirations about what should the website look like? Should it have more images, more videos? You know, all these questions which are very important about designing anything. You know, if anyone is an artist, they'll know that it isn't easy to just wake up and draw something. You know, you kind of need inspiration to get your mind going a little bit. So we're going to go through those things. And finally, we're going to use a website builder called Wix. I don't know if anyone has used Wix in the past. If you have, then that's fantastic. Maybe you can join me as a facilitator. But if not, I'll be sharing. Pardon? Sorry, Olu, you said something? Maybe it was a mistake. Yes, so what I was mentioning is that, yes, Olu, could you please, in the meantime, just mute yourself, please. Yes. Okay, cool. So I'll be showing you the basics of building. Oh, sorry, Ollie. Okay, no problem. No problem. Thank you, TT. So yes, just to go over what I was saying. So session 1, we're going to do the lovely things to figure out what type of website you should build, the name for your website. We're going to find some really cool inspiration. And finally, we're going to use a website builder called Wix and I'll showcase to you some really nice basic ways to, you know, add content, add words, add images, videos to your website. And session 2 will be more advanced. So this is where, you know, hopefully at that time you will have created a basic website. And we're going to allow you to showcase your website to us, which will be really cool. We can see all the nice designs that you've done and the nice inspiration that you've given. And we're going to add some more complexity to the website, but we can think about that next week. Now to kickstart, this is an open question, so please feel free and open to participate. Now, has everybody got a pen and paper or something that they can write on? Fantastic, fantastic. So the first question is, and please feel free to raise your hand if you want to answer. What type of business would you like to create? If you could choose between a musical business, something whereby you're showcasing your creativity, you know, if you're into R&B, if you're into hip hop, if you're into, you know, the more alternative, even rock music, if you want, you know, Afro beats, building that. Your hand is raised, John, yes?
I would probably like to create a music business out of the thing.
Nice. How come, why would you like to do business? I mean, music business?
I guess creating some songs that fit your own style could be very satisfying to you.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Anybody else? So you have the option of music, fashion, and restaurants. So if you love your food, you know, you can create like a nice restaurant where you can showcase burgers or rice or, you know, barbecue stuff. I don't know, whatever people like. Yes, Isaiah.
I would probably pick music.
Okay.
Because I always feel music, listen to music when I'm down, and I want other people to experience that as well.
Oh, that's a really nice thing. Thank you very much, Isaiah. Would anyone else like to share? Anyone for fashion? Anybody want to be a fashion designer? Yes, Tani?
Yeah, fashion.
Fashion for you? And why would you choose fashion, Tani?
Because there's many varieties of clothes you can pick from.
That's true. That's true. So if you're going on holiday, you might want to get something that is very, very, I don't know, nice and cool. If you're going somewhere cold, maybe you want to, you know, allow people to buy jackets or jumpers, right? You want to give them the option. So that's really nice. Thank you, Tani. Anybody else? Ayo, how about yourself?
I'm not sure.
Is there anyone that you particularly are interested in?
I like the restaurant one, but I also really like playing music at the same time.
Okay, well, you have time during this session to think about it. So right now, I want everyone to write down what type of business they would like. You have to choose, you don't have to choose one right now, but eventually you're gonna have to choose one. So maybe put your top 2, and when it comes down to actually creating a website, we will ask you to, you know, choose one. Fantastic. Now, let's get into the fun thing. So I'm going to post a link on the chat, and this is where we're going to figure out what are we going to name the website. Oh, actually, before we do that, I think I want to do, I don't know, I think I'm similar to yourself. I'm choosing between music and restaurants, but I think I'm going to go for, a restaurant, you know. I'm going to try and create a restaurant business because I like food. You know, I'm hungry and I'm hungry quite a lot. So I really like food. Now I'm going to post a link on the chat to a website. I'll send it in a second. Let me just demonstrate how it works. So this is a website which is really, really cool. There's a lot of websites out there that do very cool things. It's just that you need to know about them or know how to research and find them. So this is a name generator. So if I say I want to create a restaurant, my spelling is okay, isn't it? Thumbs up if it's okay. Is that good spelling? Thank you. It's been a long time since I was in school, so sometimes I forget. Nice. So let's generate. So I want to generate random ideas. Yes. Generate. Thank you, Olu, as well. So as you can see, this website is really cool because it gives you some really nice names for your website. So you can call it Dining Tack, Deli Lunch, Buffabs, Kafisa. What else we got? I don't know about Mandian. I don't know what that means. Meal pots sounds quite cool. So I'm gonna write down meal pots because my mom always cooks a good, nice amount of meat in the pot. So I'll go for meal pots. And what you can do as well is, if any of you are interested in music, when you go to the website, you just have to type in music and then click to hide random ideas and give it a second, and it will give you some really, really cool music names. So here's Musically, Vocasio, sorry. Tone Cheek, some really nice names. So I will post it in the chat. And I will give you a minute or so to access it and play around with it. And I will ask maybe 2 brave volunteers to share what the names of their websites are. So I'll give you a minute or 2 to do that. I'll just set a timer. So as I said before, when you access the website, if I know that Tani, you said you wanted fashion. So if we type in fashion, click generate, we've got some really, really cool fashion names. Fashion Depth for fashion department. What else have we got? Foot Fence. Okay, Isaiah, you've chosen one. Do you want to share? Would you like to share? Feel free to unmute yourself. Beat Shaker. Nice, 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 nice. That is fantastic. That's a cool name. Raphonic. John, is that music? That's music, isn't it? Good choice. Raphonic. We've got Beat Shaker. We've got Raphonic. What did I have again? My name was Meal Pots. I feel like I should have copied some of you. You've got much cooler names than I do. So we got, for fashion heads, we've got Label Merch, Designerly. Does anybody else want to share what names they've got? Feel free to raise a hand. I can't see everybody, so you'll have to, on Zoom, you can raise hand as well. Oops. Soundbox, Anna, lovely, lovely, lovely name for that. Music Nation, Chick Style. Ooh, everyone's on fire today. We love to see it. Nice, yes. TJ's Outfitters. TJ, very original, lovely to see. Groovist. Everyone is, I can't tell which one is doing, everyone is doing, I can tell people who are doing music. I can tell, Kotique, that must be fashion. Delicia food, thank you, Malachi. Loving the names, exactly. So thank you. So we've got some really cool names. Make sure you write them down so you're able to remember them, because if you forget your name, then you're gonna have to start all over again, right? So back to the presentation. So now, fantastic. You've done an excellent job. So let us now think about, okay, now we've got a name for the business, right? What does the website look like? Like, where do I even, like, how do I get some nice inspiration for that? And again, there are some really, really cool websites that are kind of unknown. People don't really know about them until you tell them. And then they think, oh, this is such a fantastic idea. Why didn't someone tell me this before? So here we have Dribbble. And when you click Dribbble, we are able to search through a lot of design. Now, some of you might be very interested in design or art, or just, you know, just better want to understand how things look and are very creative. Everyone, you know, even if you like gaming, music, fashion, restaurants, everyone is very creative, I believe, in this group. Isaiah's changed the name to Zephyr Audio. Okay, cool. So this is a really good website for creatives who want to get inspiration. So let's start with restaurant websites. So restaurant websites, just type, I'm going to share the link as well so you can all have access to this. Let me just get the link. Ready? Then you just press enter in restaurant websites, and boom, like magic, you can see example websites. So, oh, I've got to sign in. Should I sign in? Let me sign in very quickly. Bear with me, everybody. There we go. So if I go back onto this, and I do restaurant websites. Okay, fantastic. So here we can see, for example, let me hide this as well. Here's an example of, everyone recognizes these crisps, right? So they're really lovely, I'm sure. And welcome to everyone who's joined. This is Web Development Made Easy. And where we're at right now, we're looking at example websites for inspiration. So this is an example of a website that is for restaurants. Let's look for more example of restaurants. I don't know, does anybody like salads? This looks very, very yummy. For any salads lovers in the building. But here's another example of how they've used a website to make this design to make websites. And what's quite important when you look at this website is they have something called a navigation bar. And what this normally does is you have the logo with the name of the website, which is creatively called restaurant. You'll then have different links on to navigate you to different things. So the home page is where you find information. About us is where you'll find information about the business. Contact us is where you'll normally find, if it's a restaurant, the address to a restaurant, the name of the restaurant, the contact number, a mobile phone number. And sometimes you can even log in to, you know, make an order if you wanted to. Now let's see music websites for those that are interested in music. Haha. Here we go. Here we go. Zoe DJ events. So this is where a DJ is wanting people to sign up to, maybe he's got a concert that's coming up, right? He's got a huge event and he wants people to sign up. Now, what you can also do with websites, you can be very creative. The first one we had a navigation bar, but this one doesn't have a navigation bar, right? That's because the person wants users to focus on his event, his musical talent, and they want the user, most importantly, to add in their details. So really think about what you want people to do on your website. Do you want them to sign up to something? Do you want them to see what you're doing? And you have all these different options. And finally, for Tani and all the other fashion designers amongst us, here we have some really cool websites that are very fashion orientated. You can see the differences, right? Music was more about, this is my event. Restaurants was, these are my food. These are different foods. And now with fashion, you can see it has a bit of a different structure. So a lot of the time it shows you, you know, do you want to buy do you want to buy some clothes? If so, what clothes would you like to buy, etc. And this is a really, really cool website because it gives you a lot of inspiration. If you want a very dark design, it's here. If you want a very bright design, it's here. You know, and you've got some really, really cool things. And here's some, if those who are interested in gaming, I think The Witcher 3 is quite a good game. Yeah, John agrees. Okay, so I'm going to post a link, and please, everybody, spend some time just to access this website. Maybe spend about 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3, 4 minutes. Access the website. Have a play around with different websites that inspiration that's around, and if anyone is interested, if they could please share their screen. So raise your hand. I will stop sharing my screen, and I'll ask you to share your screen, and then you can just showcase some designs that you feel are really, really cool and that you really like. So I will just mute myself very quickly, and the first person to raise their hand, I will share my screen. Joan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess I like the way it's designed and like the cool colors it has to describe the app.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I like about it.
Nice, nice. So you like the colors, you like the images, you like the structure of it?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. So if you could stop sharing screen, I'll share my own. Perfect. Would anybody else like to share their screen? That's fantastic. Thank you, John. Does anybody feel brave? Everyone feel excited to share what they found? Anybody brave? It's okay if not. Feel free to raise your hand. But everyone wants to keep their ideas secrets, isn't it? You don't want to share ideas. That's okay. That's okay. So I will move on to the next stage. So everyone now at this point should have some really cool designs. And what I will do very quickly is we will give everyone a 5-minute break. So you will have a 5-minute break, and feel free to use that time to, you know, do some more research, find some more cool website examples. I'm going to still be here. So if anybody wants to ask me questions, why I'm an Arsenal fan, or any questions in general, or TT, we can do that. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. So please, everyone, can you be back by 20 to 4? So that is 4. I'll give you 1 more minute. 4:41 p.m. So we're having a 5-minute break. Feel free to mute or turn the camera off. I'm here if anybody wants to have a chat. So just speak out and I'll answer. You can see John loves Fortnite. I don't know how good John is in Fortnite though. That's another question entirely. Maybe he's good. We don't know.
I don't play Fortnite. I just found it look cool. I don't play Fortnite though.
Okay, Isaiah has nicely shared something as well. Thank you so much. This is Isaiah's one. Now this is fun. This is cool. I think this might be a bit too advanced for our class. But this is really, really nice. This probably will not be a website. This will probably be an app. So if anyone has a mobile phone or an app on their computer, this is something called like a studio app, whereby you actually make music. So this is where you choose the different beats. This will be like one type of beat, and you can record different things. It can be a guitar, it could be a vocal. So here we see it says female vocal. So I can't sing, so I'm not gonna attempt to sing and make you all cry for my singing. But this is a really, really nice example shown by TJ, I believe. So thank you for sharing that. Or was that? Oh, that was Isaiah. Sorry, Isaiah shared this. Thank you for sharing. TJ. Yes. Sorry, I know you probably chose something, but the link didn't come through. I'm sure it was fantastic though. Feel free to share again if you can. So C4C calls for children. Oh, this is really nice, really sophisticated. If you see what I did there, this is a really nice, well-designed website. So Olu has shared. Nice. This is really, really cool as well. So this is the difference between this one and I think the one that Isaiah posted, which was a beat. So what you'd see, I'll put them both side to side, is this is what is like an application. So if you log into something and it's no longer just a website, you just want to see what have an application do something, it is this. This is more of a website. So like Spotify almost, where maybe you have a cool artist, Davido, Wizkid, whoever your favorite artists are. They've got some really nice songs. You should play them and they'll be there. So that's like a really, really good example. Thank you for sharing. Who else do we have? I think Olu sent 2. Oh, so everyone really into their music. I like it. This is a really, really nice example as well of how to design websites. And I think lastly, Juan posted another gaming website, which is One Piece. One Piece is really cool. I'm up to date with One Piece. It's really, 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 really cool. I recommend everyone after exams to watch One Piece. It is 1,000 episodes. It's a bit too long for everyone. I also read the manga if anyone is interested.
Yeah, I read the manga on my phone.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna get the manga, and I started watching some of it.
You should. Hopefully, at that point as well, you can maybe create a One Piece website, maybe where you showcase all the characters, So who can be the emperor, right? But we'll leave it at that for people who don't know about One Piece. But thank you everybody for sharing. I'm now going to continue the share. So now we're going to the more cooler aspects of things, right? So we have the next 35 minutes or so to actually design a website. So I'm going to share a link soon, but I want people just to look at what I'm doing, because that's probably that's the most important thing. And then I'm going to share the link afterwards. So now, actually, in the meantime, if everybody can create, I'm going to send a link, and I want you all just to sign up to, yes, Joanne, your hand is up.
I was able to sign up to Dribbble, so I was able to get a better view.
Fantastic, thank you. This is going to be for Wix now, so I'm going to share a link, but I would advise people to only create an account right now. It is free. You don't need to enter any additional details apart from your email address and the password. So just create an account on Wix, please. But don't do anything more than that, because I want to demonstrate how to use Wix, more importantly. So here is the link, quite a long one, but just click it, and I want everyone just to give me a thumbs up when they've created their account, please. It shouldn't take longer than maybe a minute or two. Now, right, let's get back to it. So I think I should have already been signed in myself. Let's go. So I want to create a new website. Oops. Let's create a new site. Aha, you see? So this is what's quite important. So I asked everybody, what kind of website are you trying to create, right? And I said I wanted to do a restaurant business. Now, what's quite nice is usually when you wanted to create a website, right? It used to be so difficult. Now I'm going to show you how difficult it could be, right? So let's go to a website that I created myself. It might take a little while. Actually, it might be a bit easier. So this is something that I created myself. And this was done in a very tough, this was not done with Wix. So this is going to come looking very technical. So don't be scared, right? I'm just showing you how difficult it used to be to create a website. Now, let me just put this, or perhaps I'll put it on the right-hand side instead. How do I change it to the right-hand side? There we go. Cool. So you can all see my screen, okay? Now, this might look a bit confusing because you're thinking, what is all of this on the right-hand side? Now, before websites like Wix, everybody had to create a website by writing code, right? So when I said I was a software engineer, I meant that I can actually understand everything that's going on here. So an example of what's going on, this is, we're gonna just touch on it very briefly because it isn't the focus of today, but this is just to showcase to you how you would create a website if you were not to use Wix and you wanted to build it yourself using code. So here it says play games, win cash. So typically what you'd have is you can actually access it and say lose games, win cash. And look, it changed from win to lose. So we might say lose Fortnite games, win cash. And as you can see, it's changed. So this is a really cool way to just like change things for a website. This is called HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Again, this isn't very important, but this is just to give you an insight of this is how difficult it is, but Wix has made it so much easier. And lastly, let's say we wanted to delete this whole thing. So should I click cut to delete? Should we go for it? See what happens? So, okay, nothing happened. But if I delete it from just pressing, here we go, delete element. It's all gone from the website. So now if I remove this, it's come back. Ayo, so you said you're a bit lost, haven't finished making up an account yet. Okay, let me go back to it. Would you like to share your screen, Ayo, to let us know perhaps what your issue is? Are you comfortable with that?
Okay.
This is how, yes, so as I showcased to you beforehand, this is how it used to be, and it used to be so difficult to build websites. And you see all this, it looks like Matrix, doesn't it? Like the movie Matrix, so much lines of code and so hard to understand. And if we delete things, as you can see, it's gone. It's no longer there on the website. Everything else is there. And if you undo, it's back. So this is a really cool way to build websites, but it's very difficult and it takes time to get there. But we'll get there at some point. Right now, we want to focus on creating this type of website. So can anybody does anyone remember what the name of my website was? The restaurant website. Go on, John. What was my one called?
It was called Meal Pot.
Fantastic. You have better memory than I do, because I almost forgot it. Cool. So I want to create a restaurant website. So I want to create a restaurant. I want to create a restaurant website. And so it's going to ask me, okay, so what do I want my website to do? You know what? I want my website to do food orders. So let's keep it very simple, right? I want my website to do food orders. Let me hide this. So what's good about Wix is that it generates a website for you, but it allows you to, it asks you questions about what type of website that you want. Because some people, they put, you know, if you're doing music, you might want, you know, to share, to stream and sell your videos, you know. Some people, if you're doing music, you might want to get booked, right? And have these things, these features available. Now, if you want to do a food order, now here's the good question. Do you want to create your own website, or do you want Wix to design one for you? So we are going to start with Wix designing one for us. So click it. And what is the name of my website? You see, now all these things, I hope everyone wrote down their website names so they can enter it. So you want to say the name is Meal Pot. We don't have anything here, so we just want to click continue. You can just leave it as that. Your name is Meal Pot. Maybe have your email address. Go to next. What theme do we want? So this is a restaurant business. What kind of theme do I want? Do I want it to be elegant? Lush? I don't know what lush means. Fresh. I feel like this will be like salad, but I like salad, but not too much. But tell you what, I want it to be, I like these colors. Blue, dark blue, or that's like dark gray, orange, and white. Let's go for high rise. So let me just keep this open just in case anyone has questions for me. Cool, so they have designed some really nice websites for us. So let us choose, I'm gonna choose this design. Maybe I think this design is quite nice, right? Eat, drink, relax, or maybe meal pots. Maybe this is more relevant. I'm not too sure. Okay, which one should I go for? This one, or this one? So you can do, if you think I should go for number 1, please put number 1 in the chat. If you think I should go for number 2, please put number 2 in the chat. And if you think I should go for the third design, please put number 3 in the chat. Okay, Isaiah thinks number 2, thank you. Oh, 1 looks professional. 2, okay. 2 again. Everyone's a big fan of maybe it's the color. Katie thinks 2. Emilia, thank you. You also think 2. Okay, I think it's I think everyone obviously likes the second one. Juan thinks 1. Oh, Tani is the lone wolf thinks 3. Okay, tell you what, I think I'm gonna have to go with what everyone was saying. I'm gonna have to go with number 2. So I'm gonna use this design. Thank you for sharing, everybody. And I want to, I want to add page. I just want to edit the site first. Let me edit. I'm gonna click edit, and it's gonna design the website for me. Very nice and easy and quickly. And boom, we have a website. We have a very, very basic website, right? And it is created for us. This would have taken me hours to have created in the other way that I showed you. Now, there's 2 things that we can do here. We can click preview, where, as it says, you're in preview mode. And this allows you just to look at the changes that you've made and before it's going to live. So it isn't going to live at all right now. We're just doing it for demonstration purposes. Now, I want to edit this site. So I'm going to showcase to you different ways to to edit via Wix. So here, you can type in, you can click what you want to change. So it's already called meal pot. Maybe I want to add an emoji. Meal pot, what kind of emoji should I add? I want to add in a food emoji. What food? I like rice and chicken. So this is Luffy's favorite, some meat. Some pizza. I like pizza and some rice. Do they have rice available? Here we go. So they got some rice. I'm a huge fan of rice. And what you can do as well, I don't know if you can have access. Section design. Thank you very much. Cool. So, okay, it is saved. Thank you very much. I want to edit. Okay, the design is the same. So it makes it very, very, very easy. And if you want, you can add in a link to say, oh, hey, you know, get in touch. Or maybe like make a reservation. Make a reservation, please. Thank you. And as you can see, it has already been added right there. It's fantastic. And we can change the color to, let's make it orange, right? Very, very nice. And if we want to add some more aspects to it, so keep following if you can. So I've added a button as well, a nice cool button. So I want to change the heading of this. So meal pot, this can be like your slogan. Julian wanted a burger. So the slogan of meal pot is where your food dreams come true. Is that a nice slogan? So meal pot, where your food dreams come true. Very, very nice, isn't it? Very simple. Fantastic. We've allowed people to make a reservation, which is great. But I don't really like this image though. I feel like we can find a much, much better image. So what we can do, I'm going to post this as well on the chat because this is a really good website that I've found to find web images. So I've posted it on the chat, but I want to find some good restaurants. Oh, my spelling. Photos. Because I want to change it. I think that this is a bit too boring and I want to have something a bit more exciting. What would be a nice one? And it has to fit the style as well. What would be a nice one? Maybe if I have seafood. I like seafood. Haha. This would be really cool. I'm gonna think about this one. I might put this one on. It's got a nice, this has a nice color as well. Oh, I had lobster yesterday actually. Oh, this looks great. Oh yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it, TT? It all looks very, very fantastic. Okay, so I am going to choose this. And what you can do is when you go onto this site, if you find any nice images that you want to save for your website, just click this button to download it. Oh, what's sashimi? I don't even know what sashimi is. What is sashimi? Someone typed sashimi. Whoops. Is it sushi basically? Okay, you're more cultured than I am. I didn't know anything about that. You're much cultured than I am. Thank you for sharing, Oli. That looks fantastic. So I think I've downloaded it, and if I click open, so I've opened the site. So this is the lovely fish. What do we have? We've got some fish. I think that's the crab claw. We've got some prawns. You've got the crab tail or lobster tail. You've got some crab legs. And some more types of fish and some oysters and clams and stuff like that. Okay, great. So I will now just exit this. And what did I want to do? I wanted to change this image because I felt like it was too boring. So I'm going to replace it So how you do that is, and please feel free to make notes as well, so it makes it easier. So if you write down notes of what I've been doing, and that makes it easier for you to replicate it, so you don't have to guess. You click the image of the person, click edit, and the image itself, you can just click the image, double click the image, and you can upload media. So on the top left-hand side, it will say upload media. You're then going to, you can either drag and drop, so put it in like that, and then it will load it, or you can upload from computer and go to downloads and just click it and you'll have it there, right? So we've successfully uploaded it. Whoop, whoop. So you then click onto the image and you click apply. Boom, we've changed the image now. So what was there before is now gone. But if you wanted to, you can get it back. And it gives you other options as well. Maybe you want to have more of a bite to eat, and it will change it, right? Which is really, really cool. But I liked this one. So I'm going to stick to that. But also I'm thinking to myself, okay, so this is great. You know, we want to talk a little bit about who we are as a website. So we started our food business in 2032. So yes, we are time travelers, right? So we're gonna be a very cool website, right? So we're gonna be time travelers because we can do very strange and cool things with one goal in mind. We want to, let's take that out there. So what do we want to do? So we're time travelers, and with one goal in mind. We want to deliver food from the future to people in the past. So it's very silly, but quite cool. And we can say, thanks to our astronauts' time and dedication, we've become masters of the craft, providing future dishes that are fresh, hearty, and simply unforgettable. Who would buy from my restaurant? Can you please, anyone in the chat, buy from my meal pot, or in the future? Would you buy food from the future for people in the past? Does that sound cool? Yep, I would buy some. At least it'll be very fresh. I think you might not want to buy things from the past because then it might be very old. Maybe when you have it too, you don't want to get ill, you know, be in the toilet for a long time. So yes, what we can do is, yes, everyone likes that. Now I want to replace this image as well because we want to be time travelers. We don't want to be, what is that image? That is an image of just people boring, just sitting on a table. So let's do time travelers, time traveler, maybe astronaut. Yes, this is more like it. So this is quite a nice one. So this is one of our, actually this doesn't look like one of our astronauts because this person doesn't look very serious. Looks like they're just drifting through space. Exactly. Oh, you wouldn't buy it, my food. It's a shame. It's fantastic, you know, food that you've never tasted before. But this guy looks quite cool. He looks like he could be one of our deliverers. So I'm going to choose this person. And again, all you need to do is click download and it should start downloading in no time. So click download and it has downloaded, which is fantastic. And can anyone remind me how to change the image? Is anyone brave enough to remind me how to change the image? Please feel to add it on the chat. Where should I click first? Then does anyone remember how to change the image? I want to change this image. Okay, so I click on this edit. Okay, and then what do I do next, Ollie? It's good that there's quite a few ways to change it. So can anyone tell me how I can change this image? Upload media. Where can I see upload media? What do I need to do to get to that page? Can anyone remember? See, this is why everyone should make notes. You know, it's very, very, very important to have a pen and paper and make notes. Yes, thank you, TT. So you click on the image itself, and what do you do next? So TT has given a really good clue. So I've clicked on the image and this has come up. What do I do next to change the image? Yes, I've clicked on the image itself. Okay, so you're right. Ah, yes, so if you double tap the image itself, I forgot that. What I was going to say is if you click the image and you click replace, it can get you to this stage where you can upload your media, as Ollie mentioned. So there are two ways, so please take notes if you can, two ways to change the photo. Either you can double click the image and then this will take you to where you can choose other images that you've uploaded or upload more, or you can click the image and click replace. There's even another way, you can even just click it or click here, just like go on this icon and click replace, or you can go to replace. There's many ways to do it. So thank you for everyone who shared. So what you have to do afterwards is go into upload media, and again, either you can drag or drop. So last time I showed you how to just, when you've downloaded it, just click it and drag it. I'm going to show you the other way now, where you go to your downloads. And this was the fish one from before, which is really good, right? But remember, we want to have a future traveler who wants to deliver food to the past. And that is what I want. And it's just uploading. It's a little bit big. So it's uploaded. Thank you very much. I'm going to apply. Boom. This looks a lot cooler, doesn't it? Thumbs up if it looks cooler. Okay, John has given his approval. Tani, what do you think? Do you think it looks cooler? Just type in the chat if you want. Yes, Emilia says yes. Malachi, Frederick, how's everyone feeling about it? Nice, nice. Much cooler. Thank you. Much, much cooler. Cool. So we're making some really good progress. We've spoken about who we are. So we started our food business in 2032, 10 years from now. And yes, we are time travelers. And we have one goal in mind. We want to deliver food from the future to people in the past. And thanks to our astronauts, time and dedication, we've become masters of the craft, providing future dishes that are fresh, hearty, and simply unforgettable. I think we'll never forget if an astronaut came to deliver our foods, right? And now, what are the types of food that we have available? I know that Juwon said he wanted burgers, right? He wanted burgers. So let's have a look. Again, very simple. You go to the chat, you go to Unsplash, you type in burgers. Oh, this is a nice juicy one. Sorry to any vegetarians. Oh, ramen. Okay, we'll do ramen next. So sorry to any vegetarians in the building. This is making me very hungry as well, by the way. So I'm going to eat some good food afterwards. This looks pretty cool. I think this is, does this look like it could be in the future? Possibly. So this looks like it could be in the future. So we're going to download that. And to save some time as well, we're going to download some ramen. Oh, some seafood as well. I've been to Hong Kong before, and Hong Kong is just south of China. I studied there for 6 months, and the food here was actually very delicious. So if you ever, you know, when Naruto and all these people are eating ramen, and they're always, you know, it looks fantastic. then it is, because it does taste really, really nice. So which ramen dish should we choose? They all look quite nice, really. Maybe something that is nice and something that's nice and professional, right? Because we want to showcase, this looks quite nice, quite well produced. Got some nice meats, got some nice vegetables, got some nice ramen and some boiled eggs. So we've got 2 photos here. Now, everyone should know how to change the photo now. So you double click, as TT mentioned, and we want to upload media. So I've showed you before how to do it. Either you can drag and drop, or you can upload from computer. So we are going to drag and drop because it's easier and it's quick. And we're going to drag and drop another one afterwards. So we've got this burger one, fantastic. And we're going to do the second one now. And because it's a little bit bigger, so this is 3 megabytes. This was about one megabyte, which is the size of files. This was a bit bigger, so it took a bit more time to upload than that. So we want to upload the burger one first. So let us apply, and boom. And then we want to change this to the ramen. So to go to what you've already uploaded, how did we do it? We can even just search directly here, actually. Cool. So you don't even need to go outside of the site. You can even just upload directly from Wix, which is cool. So if you've uploaded, if you click home or you go to site files, you can find all the things that you've uploaded. So it's really, really cool. You've got a lot of options for you to use. And we wanted to do ramen, right? So let's add in some ramen. Cool. So we're going to have to change the text now, though. So this is a burger. So what is, okay, use a good name for it is Blast from the Future. Burger Blast. You see, I'm a very creative person, right? Burger Blast from the future. And we are going to have a nice emoji of burger. Fantastic. And we're not going to change this just now. We'll probably do that later on. And what we're going to call this, so yes, we've got 6 minutes, fantastic. And this is ramen delights. Let's do ramen delights. Oops. Ramen delights from us to you. Fantastic. Is everyone happy with that? Does this look cool? It looks much better, right? It was very boring before. It had very boring images, but just adding a few images has made it a lot more personal. You know, it's our website, it's Millpots, it's my website, which I'm quite proud about. And what we can do later on is quite simply later on, maybe we want to change the location, but maybe we can keep that for next time. So this is where maybe we can say that we are based in the Shard, right? Because we're fancy, you know, we're based in the Shard, London. Or because we're time travelers, we're actually not in the United Kingdom, we're in the new United Kingdom because they changed it in 2030 because of Brexit. So we are in the new United Kingdom, and we don't need the map, actually. We could just keep it as simple as that. And you can dine in whenever you want. Have a great time and enjoy yourselves. And like I said last time, when you want to just showcase what you have, you can just click preview. And here is where you can have a nice review of what a website would look like. So you can see the nice fishes, you can see the name that you have, where your food dreams come true. and who you are, the food that you create, and you can also think about the nice images that you can have. So yes, so you can click preview. So if you click edit on the top right hand side, this is where you can see it in a website view called preview. So you click preview and you can see the website as if you were a user just landing on it. So that's a really, really cool way to view a website. So going back to the slides, we have kind of gone through it. Now, I know perhaps some people might not have had a chance to play around with Wix. So we did want to do a class activity whereby you can share your screen, but what we will do instead is we will ask as homework for you all to have a play around on Wix. I feel like everyone has a really, really good overview of what we're supposed to do. Or does anyone have any questions first, actually, about what I've presented today? Is there any questions anyone wants to ask? Feel free to share it in the chat or to raise your hand and unmute yourself to ask the question. So is there anything that you want me to make clear, or any questions, any difficulty you might have? No, you don't have to pay for Wix. Wix is entirely free. Isaiah, a question?
When I was making my account, when it asked me what kind of website I was creating, the option that I chose wasn't there. What should I choose?
How do you mean? What do you mean?
Forget. So I'm kind of figuring out everything else. So I've made the image for it. I've made my own quotes.
Nice.
And I've kind of like made some like makeup news for my website.
Fantastic. That's really, really excellent, Joanne. Thank you so much for that. Really, really, really excellent. Thank you. Yes,
Just
so yes, please. So that will be the exercise for this this week. So we want you to go away and have a play around with Wix. It is really, really cool. Trust me, it's very easy. And hopefully when we're pros, by next week, we can have a really deep dive into Wix and add some really cool functionality. And we can all do like a nice demonstration of our sites together. Now, lastly, what I do want to encourage everyone to do as well is I'm going to post this link to the chat. Could everybody please go onto the chat and add some feedback? So bear with me, let me get the link up and let me demonstrate how you do it as well. So you go to Slido. Oops. So, and then you type in web dev. So in here, you type in web dev, you click go, and here is when you want to add the feedback. So I found it fantastic. Or you can say the Rodney was too slow with an annoying face if you want. Maybe he thought he was too funny. He was too funny, etc. But maybe I've got good humor. I don't know. So if everyone can go into, let me think, can I share the exact link? Okay, let me just Slido and then do web dev as part of the code. We will really, really appreciate feedback. So you can do it now, you can do it again if you have any spare time as well later on. But yeah, feel free to add some feedback. We'll really like feedback. So how we can make it more, yeah, if you could do it now, please. So this is useful. So we know next week, is there any improvements that we should do? Would you like more detail? Would you like to focus more on the creative side of things? You know, anything that you would prefer with these sessions, you know? Maybe I should be more of a comedian, maybe I should be more serious, you know, depends on what you like. please, everybody, add some feedback. We will give you 5 minutes to access the site and to add feedback. After which I'll pass it on to TT just to close today's session. Yes, so we only have one right now. There's 13 people. So please, everybody, access the chat and just do #webdev and add some more feedback, please. Now there's 7 people. Good stuff. Everyone is signing on. Thank you. This is appreciated. Who's this? Maybe Frederick, is this like your website that you designed?
Yep.
Of this session. So the whole point of this session and what Cause for Children is trying to do is to create more opportunities and make things more obvious to people who perhaps have not had the chance to see it. So I hope what you take away from this session is, if you want to create a website in the future, you know, don't let anybody try to make it seem as if it is an impossible dream. Just tell them that I've already done it before, you know, and they'll be very surprised.
Thank you very, very much, Rodney. Please show your love to Rodney, please. I want to see that chat box blow up with comments. Thank you. Thank you. I've had an amazing time. I've learned a lot. I'm almost like going to my web developer and tell him, I know how you do this thing. So don't try and scare me. I know how you've been doing it. So thank you. And I'm going to have a go. I'm going to create one for myself and just play around with it. So thank you so much. I've had a lovely time. And I'm sure guys on call, you can see they're sending you their love. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Yeah, they can't just get enough of that. Thank you so much. We love this session and we're looking forward to more. I know if I ask guys to stay on call, they would stay, but I know we did say we would always keep it an hour and a half max. Maybe in the future, if we run it again, we might just do 3 sessions so people can, yeah. Or we might run a survey and say, if you prefer 2 hours, I know some might think 2 hours is just too much to sit down and learn. So, but we'll think about how we can do this better in the future. So guys, in your feedback, your suggestions, please put them there. So yeah, once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us. And next week is another time. Don't be late. Tell your friends that signed up and did not show up. Tell them they missed a lot and remind them to join on time. If they haven't signed up, the registration is still open. They can still sign up and join us for next week. And we start at 4 p.m. next week. Enjoy your evening. Bye for now.